Chosen vessels, what's the deal? This is going to be another powerful video because somebody needs to hear this. All right. It's time to move forward with your dream and leave them where they're at because God has more in store for you. It's time to leave them where they are. The people that don't want to improve, the people that don't have goals of going on vacation, people who don't want people who don't have a dream home, people who don't see themselves making money outside of a job. It's time to move forward and leave them where they're at. People aren't going to be able to meet with you up here. People aren't going to be able to see eye to eye with you up here. Your thoughts are now starting to become bigger, and it's not a problem. It's just that you have to be around people who are on the same vibration so that way you can manifest what it is you truly want. You have to be around people that are thinking like you, because if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find a new room, because sometimes when you become the smartest person in your group of friends, or you become or even if you're not the smartest person in your group of friends, say you outgrow your group, you may have to find some other people who are headed in the direction that you're going. It only makes sense because even if those people don't mean you any harm, they're gonna be holding you back, and they're gonna be pulling you down. Because if you're not going in the same direction, if they're not going in the same direction as you guys are going in opposite directions, then if you're trying to achieve something and they're not, they're gonna be pulling you down by default. If you're around people who don't want to achieve anything, you need to get around some new people. If you're around people who don't have any daily goals, you need to get some new people to be around. If you're around people who don't have any weekly goals, you need to find some new people to be around. If you're around people who you saw last year still doing the same thing, it may hurt, but you need to find some new people to be around. You can't continue to be around the same people because you're going to continue to do the same thing, and that's going to continue to produce the same result. You're going to have to find possibly a new environment, or you're going to have to find possibly some new groups of people, some new things to do, some new places to go. You're going to have to start maybe hitting some conventions, maybe start going to some seminars, maybe paying for some courses, maybe buying some classes. Invest in yourself with your money and your time, okay? And this is why it's time for you to move forward with your dream, all right? You don't have time to be going out with the boys, or you don't have time to be going out with the girls and putting money into this and that. You need to be investing your money into your dream. You need to be investing your time into your dream. Because when you wake up on Monday morning and you have to go to a place that you hate to go to, that you don't want to go to, that you dread going to, that you resent going to by 9:30, and it's only been 7 o'clock since you got there, you already don't want to be there anymore. You only have yourself to deal with. You only have yourself to look at. You only have yourself to discuss that with. I don't want to say blame, because you don't have to blame yourself just because you're not out of the matrix yet. I used to do that. Don't do that. Don't blame yourself just because you're not where you want to be yet. You will get there. As long as you have it in your mind to get there, you'll get there, okay? But that's why it's time for you to move forward with your dream, okay? It's time for you to move forward with your dream because you want to change your life. You're tired of the same thing. You're tired of day after day doing the same thing. You're tired of week after week doing the same thing. You're tired month after month, the same exact thing. You better not have a year like that, or you might snap. Man, if I have one more year like last year, I feel you. I feel you. But here's the thing. Don't react to that, and don't stress about that, and don't even want to not have a year like last year. Don't even want that. You know why? Because it's time to move forward with your dream, and it's time to leave them where they're at. Okay, whether you have to leave your old thinking where it's at, you might have it might be you. It might be you might have to. Everybody else might be all right. You might have to leave you where you're at. Okay, and move forward. You might have found a new group of people. Okay, and you might have to get rid of some things and change some things about you, so that way you could get in with this new group, and so that way you could be on the wavelength of their positivity and their financial freedom flow. Okay, you might have to leave you where you're at. You might have to leave, do away with that old man or that old woman, that old thinking, that old thought process. You might have to leave it where it's at. Okay, because it's time for you to move forward with your dream. You gotta move forward with your dream. It's time. No more time to waste. No more time to wait. You were supposed to be working on this yesterday. You were supposed to have had this done last week. This was supposed to be done last year. You were supposed to have been achieved this. It's okay you didn't make it yet. You're still alive. You're still breathing. You're still achieving. Okay, I used to laugh at that. If you're breathing, you're achieving. I used to laugh at that. Got a little bit more experienced in life. Now, that is a true statement. If you are still breathing, you are achieving, okay? Because there are some people who aren't breathing that they can't achieve anything more on this plane. And since you're here and you're achieving and you're breathing, you need to be receiving some blessings, some manifestations. And that's why it's time for you to move forward with your dream. Stop wasting time. Stop focusing on what everybody else is doing. Stop even focusing on other success unless you're using it as a way to motivate you. All right. You have to leave everything behind. Negative thinking, negative people. All right. People who don't want anything. If you don't want anything, you have to leave that version of yourself behind. You may be a new viewer. This video may just snuck up across your timeline. God might have just put it on your spirit to click it because He wants you to change some things about yourself. You may have to leave some things about yourself behind so that you can move forward with your dream. Okay, and so that way you can get what God has in store for you. Okay, that way you can get what God has in store for you. You have to let go of the past. You have to let go of certain situations. You have to let go of certain circumstances. It may be right in your face. It may be hitting you. You may have a notice on the door. You have to get past that. Okay, your God can achieve anything for you. Your God can make a miracle happen for you. You have to let go of that. You have to move forward. All right. Somebody out there got the notice on their door. Hey, you got to move forward. God got a blessing for you. Don't worry. It's in this video. The message confirmed. You are straight. You are good. Golden. God got you. All right. It's time for you to move forward. He wants you to know that you are okay because He wants you to keep working on that thing that you got right here and that vision in your mind. He said, you know what? Don't worry about that. I'll take care of you. I'm gonna put this message in this video. Now you're taken care of. Now you know that. Keep focusing and keep working on that goal. All right. God will take care of that. Don't you worry. All right. Don't worry. We're not supposed to be worrying because we're supposed to be moving forward. All right. You can't move forward when you're worried. You can't move forward when your mind is stuck on this group of friends or that group of people or what are they doing tonight. You can't move forward when you're focused on that. Well, maybe I should go out with them instead of doing my studies. You can't move forward when you're focused on that. Maybe I should just take one day off. You cannot move forward when you're focused on that. Okay, it's time for you to move forward with that dream, which means you're going to have to do things that you've never done before. You're going to have to take time and put in time and effort that you've never done before. You are going to have to work for yourself when you don't feel like it. When you're tired, you're going to have to put in more hours when you don't feel like it. When you're tired, you're going to have to get up and still do it when you don't feel like it. When you're tired, when you feel like laying in bed, when you don't feel like separating the pillow from your head, you are still going to have to get up and do it. Okay, because why? It's time for you to move forward with your dream. You don't want to keep having to work that job that sucks. You don't want to keep having to be told what to do by people that got half a brain. Okay, you don't want to keep being instructed by people who are busted and disgusted. The only thing they got is that job. They ain't got no goals, no dream, no God in them, nothing. Okay, you can't even stay in the sight of these people. All right, that's why it's time for you to move forward with your dream. Okay, because the reason why you feel like that is because God has more in store for you. That's why you feel like that. You feel like that because you know it's more to life. You feel like that because you're supposed to be out of the matrix. You're not supposed to be controlled by a job. You're not supposed to be controlled by money. You're not supposed to be controlled by this matrix. Okay, you're supposed to be in control of money. Everybody say right now, I And I have power over money. Money does not have power over me. Everybody, I have power over money. Money does not have power over me. I have power over this matrix. This matrix does not have power over me. I have power over conditions and circumstances. And situations and circumstances do not have power over me. Neither do people. Neither do things. Neither do places. Nothing has power over you, because God has more in store for you. All right. And it's time for you to move forward with your dream. It's time for you to leave things behind that don't serve you. It's time for you to leave things behind. It's time for you to leave people behind that don't serve you. It's time to leave places behind that don't serve you. Somebody need a new environment. Okay, somebody, you've been seeing this place on a poster, you've been seeing it on a commercial, it's been popping up on your timeline. People randomly walking by while you've been waiting for the bus, or about to walk in your car, or while you're waiting to be seated at the restaurant. People walking past you randomly, saying the name of the destination that you're always thinking about, that you know you should have been left and went to last month. All right, you seeing nothing but signs. That's your new environment. That's where you're supposed to go. That's where you're supposed to be headed. The reason why you're hearing it all the time is because that's confirmation from the universe. God using people. He said, maybe he'll get it. We'll just keep having people and things and signs and wonders show her and show him that this is the destination. That's where you're supposed to go. That's why you keep seeing that. You don't keep seeing that place and that destination and the name of that place for no reason. You don't hear people walking past you saying the name of that destination for no reason. That's where you're supposed to be headed. That's where your dream's going to unfold at. That's where you about to go get rich at. That's where you about to be prosperous at. And you got to get rid of that old environment. You got to move out of there, because it's time for you to move forward with your dream and leave them where they're at. It's time for you to move forward. I know you love them. I know they're your friends. I know they're your homies. I know they're your rollies. I know that you go out with them, you party with them, you done fought with them, you done 3 of y'all in the bed, 2 at the feet, 1 at the head. I get it. I understand. But if they don't have a plan and you do, and you stay with them, all y'all gonna be stuck in the same situation. If they don't have a plan and you do, and you stay there, ain't none of y'all gonna get out the hood. Ain't none of y'all gonna get out y'all situation. Ain't none of y'all gonna get out your mama house. Ain't none of y'all gonna move on with your life and make the changes that you know you're supposed to be making. Okay? It's time for you to move forward with your dream. All right, you know there's better out there for you. You know there's greater out there for you. You know there's more that you can do. You know that you're supposed to be using your time wisely. You know that if you could put in the same amount of hours for yourself that you put in for a job, you'd be a boss tomorrow. You could turn yourself into a boss right now. You could turn yourself into a boss today. Start putting in the same amount of time in your life that you put in for these crappy behind jobs. Start putting in the same amount of time for yourself that you put in for these crappy behind jobs. Become a boss today. Become a boss bee today. Excuse my language, ladies, but you know I'm trying to uplift you and get you where you need to go right here with this. All right, become a boss today. Put in the same amount of effort that you put in for that job that you hate, where they hate you, where you don't want to see the people, they don't want to see you, you don't like them, you don't like the work, you don't even like the building, you don't even like the tiles on the floor, you even beefing with the grout. Okay, you don't, what's that about? You even beefing with the grout. You know it's time to get out. Okay, it's time for you to move forward with your dream and leave all of that stuff where it's at. Even if you have to leave it mentally, you may be there physically, but you're not there spiritually. You see something greater, something better, something new for yourself, and you're thinking about it all day, every minute, every second, because that's what you know you deserve. That's what God has in store for you. That's the things that God has in store for you. That's the more that God has in store for you. All right? And you know that you got to leave certain things behind, because you know it's time to move forward. All right, everybody, don't be afraid to move forward. It's your time. It's your season. You're about to win greater than ever before. Just stay focused. Keep your mind on God. Put God first. All right. And keep in mind that God has more in store for you. It doesn't matter. They may have just fired you. God has more in store for you. You may have a notice on your car. You may have a notice on your room. They may be telling you got to leave by tomorrow at 11 a.m. God has more in store for you. You may not have nowhere to go tonight. God has more in store for you. All right. You'll have someplace to go tomorrow. All right. God has something for you. All right. God has something that's going to make your life better. God has something that's going to take you out of a bad situation, put you in a new situation. Okay. It's time to move forward because God has more in store for you. Let go of all those things. Let go of all those people. Let go of all those situations. All right, you'll see your boys when you rise to the top. You'll see your girls when you rise to the top. You got to get somewhere so all y'all can get somewhere. And you just gonna have to need them to understand that. And if they can't, they will later. And if they never get it, then unfortunately, they won't be able to be a part of what God has for you because everybody can't go. All right, not everybody could go where God is trying to take you because God has more in store for you, and you better move forward because it's your time. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Smash the share button, smash the comment button. Okay, leave a comment, show some love. All right, and hit the like button because it helps us reach a wider audience. Because I know there's some people out there that need to see this because this is a must view right here. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I want to thank everybody for leaving a comment. I want to thank everybody for letting the ads play. I appreciate it. God bless you. And I want to thank everybody for hitting the like button so we could grow and we could become a wider audience and a larger family. Shout out to the chosen vessels. This has been Druuill with another Druuill special. I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.